What's up, guys? When you look at these two notes, you probably think to yourself, those are two regular fives, right? Well, not when their serial numbers are the last and the first of what is known as a rollover pair or matched pair. In the world of modern currency, these pairs are really hard to come by. So these realized over $5,000 when they sold through heritage auctions. If you've never considered collecting money, or really you don't collect anything, the great thing about collecting currency is that you can turn your regular bills and coins into more money if you know what to look for. In currency printing, serial numbers run sequentially within what's called a block. Once the numbering machine reaches the highest possible number, which was 9,999,999 in this case, the next bill in the sequence would become 10 million. This is called a rollover because the numbers roll over to the next block of digits. And when these two consecutive notes survive together in what is known as a matched pair, then they command a huge premium. This is a pair of two 2017A $5 Federal Reserve notes. They were both printed for the B New York District. That's why the serial numbers begin with PB. Both notes are in PMG gem uncirculated 66 EPQ. What that means, if you're unfamiliar, is that they are essentially pristine. They also have exceptional paper quality, the EPQ part. Both serial numbers represent the last note before the rollover, which is also awesome for the first one because it's a solid and fancy serial number. The other one is also a fancy serial number, being a true binary note with just ones and zeros, and it's the very first note after the rollover. Even individually, both of these notes would have collectors all over them. Fancy serial number notes, especially the solid one, as well as one of my favorites, true binaries, are considered trophy pieces for fancy serial number specialists. Having them as a matched pair makes them exponentially more rare and desirable, of course, and over the years, very few complete rollover pairs have even surfaced on the market, especially in this high of condition. The 2017 A5s were part of the most recent redesign series for small size US notes, but $5 bills are on the docket for redesign again here in the next 10 or 15 years. This pair sold in 2021 through heritage auctions for $5,280. So that's a strong result for modern notes, showing that the strength of the fancy serial numbers as well as that premium for the matched rollover pair is just there. While some collectors focus on error notes, others build collections entirely around serial numbers. Solids, radars, repeaters, and rollovers like these. So if you ever come across something like this, although super rare, or you're able to build the pair, you're sitting on really good money, even if they're not graded as high as this. So always store fancy serial number notes, and really any note you're collecting, in protective holders right away. I always link really cheap ones so you can follow that, or you can find them on eBay, Amazon, and Walmart. Condition is critical for modern issues. These Gem 66 EPQs are one of the upper echelon of conditions and makes all the difference in this auction result. But like I said, you can still sell these for well over $1,000 in lower grades. So this pair is one of those really cool collector finds and great things I love seeing go across the auction block. I really wish I would have had the $5,000 just laying around to buy that pair up myself, but somebody's a lucky owner of this thing. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you would collect, and of course, let me know what you've been coming across in your coin, banknote, and collectible searches. I will see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.